For decades, we've all been told the same thing. Stacking up cash is the smartest way to be safe and secure. But what if I told you that core belief isn't just a little off? What if it's actively making you poor every single day? Let's get into it.
You know the old saying, right? Cash is king. It's been treated like financial gospel for generations. But let's be honest, in today's world of rising prices and new tech, we have to ask ourselves, is the king still really on the throne? Or is that just an old story we keep telling ourselves?
So in this explainer, we're going to tear that myth apart. We're going to debunk the biggest misconceptions about holding on to cash, and we're going to unpack a truth that might just change the way you look at your money forever. All right, I want you to think for a second about the money you've got stashed away, in that safe savings account. The money you think of as your safety net. What if it's not actually safe? What if it's quietly losing its power day in and day out? Is your nest egg actually shrinking? See, the problem with cash isn't some big, loud, obvious event like a stock market crash. Nope, it's way sneakier than that. It's more like a silent thief, creeping into your bank account and just chipping away at your future. And believe me, this thief has a name. And that name is inflation. We all hear the word, but what does it really mean? Well, it's pretty simple. As the cost of everything, gas, groceries, you name it, goes up, the value of every single dollar you have goes down. That $100 bill in your wallet just doesn't buy what it used to, does it?
Here's a really powerful way to picture this. Imagine all your hard-earned savings are a big, solid block of wood. Well, inflation is basically like termites. You can't see them, you can't hear them, but they are in there, silently eating away at that wood from the inside out. You don't notice the damage day to day, but over time, that whole structure gets weak. And this isn't just some story. Let's put a number on it. At just 3% inflation, that $10,000 you have today will only have the buying power of about $7,400 in just 10 years. That's the part that really matters. Now, people always say the best thing about cash is that it's liquid. You can get to it easily. And sure, that's true. But what good is having easy access to something that's literally worth less every single morning you wake up? That's not freedom, my friends. That's financial quicksand. Okay, so if hoarding cash is a trap, what's the alternative? What are we supposed to do? Well, to find that answer, we've got to look at how wealthy people play the game differently, because they understand a fundamental secret about money. And the secret is this. Money isn't meant to just sit still. It's meant to be in motion. The truly wealthy don't just pile up stacks of cash. No way. They deploy it. They put their money to work. Let's break this down side by side. The cash trap. Yeah, it feels stable, but it's a finite resource. It runs out, and we know inflation is eating it alive. But the investment engine, that's what creates real freedom. It doesn't run out, it compounds, it grows on itself. And crucially, it's designed to grow faster than inflation. One is a leaking bucket, the other is a self-filling well. So where do they put this money in motion? Into assets, things that are designed to grow. We're talking about real estate that generates rent, stocks that give you a piece of growing companies, bonds that provide interest payments, or even building a business from the ground up. These are the tools that actually multiply your money. Now, I know all this might sound a little complicated, but the actual strategy behind it is surprisingly simple. So let's just boil it all down into an actionable plan that anyone can follow. First things first, let's be crystal clear. I am not telling you to get rid of every dollar of cash you have. That would be reckless. You absolutely need some cash for emergencies, for flexibility, for life. But the key word here is excess. Any cash you have sitting around beyond that emergency fund, that's lazy money. And lazy money will never build wealth. So here it is, the freedom formula. It's just 2 simple steps. Step 1, secure your foundation. Build up a solid emergency fund and keep that in cash where you can get to it. That's your safety net. But once that's covered, you move to step 2. Build your future. That's when every dollar beyond your emergency fund gets funneled into assets that work for you, even while you sleep. When you really boil it down, what we do with our money is a choice. It's a decision we all make every single day about the kind of future we actually want to build for ourselves. So the question really is for you. Are you going to keep letting that silent thief of inflation rob you of your hard-earned money? Or are you going to choose to put your money in motion and start building a portfolio of assets that can truly secure your future? Let's end on this one final thought. Take a second and just ask yourself honestly, where is the majority of your money right now? Is it sitting in cash, slowly losing its power, or is it invested, actively working to build your freedom? The answer to that question, well, that's what's going to define your financial destiny.